Hello everyone, this is EB the Original Master here, and today's video is going to be an announcement for a brand new series that I had thought about working on for this channel for 2023. And this series is going to be my very own take of the Powerpuff Girls series. And yes, this is actually going to be a somewhat of a successor to the Mario and Luigi meets the Powerpuff Girls crossover that I released earlier this month, and I want to make a follow up to it by making my very own Powerpuff Girls series. Now, the way how this show is going to work is that it's going to be very similar to Mario and Luigi meets the Powerpuff Girls, where I'm using the same text to speech voices, and I'm going to try to implement more of the characters into the show, but it's going to be my very own take of the Powerpuff Girls universe, meaning that I'm going to come up with my own stories that I want the characters to be a part in. And even though that I have recently binged the whole original series, there might be some times where I might not get a hang of most of the characters in the show, but that's the reason why I want to make that's why I want to implement my own stories with these characters. So there might be episodes where it might just be slice of life stories where there isn't really much of a threat. It will just mostly be funny interactions with the girls and the Professor Utonium character. There might be episodes where I might include some of the villains like Mojo Jojo, him, Princess Morbucks. I might come up with those characters for the series, but I might have to think about that. It's because that even though I had finished binging the original series, I may have not remembered most of the episodes by heart, but I will try my hardest to implement most of the series staples into the show. Now there will be some somewhat of mature language in the show. Like it won't be adult language. It will not be any strong vulgar language. It will contain more of the mature language that I implemented into Mario and Luigi Meets the Powerpuff Girls. So it might be a little bit weird for most of you guys, but this is supposed to be a parody of the show, and I will try my hardest not to make it too raunchy or anything. But there will be some mature language in the show, but not vulgar language like swearing. There will be like mild words like crap. Some yeah, that word for example. You might get some of that in the show. It's because that I because it's a more kid friendlier way of saying the S word. You know what I mean? But yeah, there will be language. There will be mature language in the show. Just it's just because it's my sense of humor. So it. But I will try my hardest to stay true to the series as possible. So yeah, the name of this Powerpuff Girls series that I'm creating for my channel is called the Powerpuff Girls Powerfueled. Is because I think that's probably the best name I can come up with. I tried coming up with other names like Puffer Stars, which is supposed to be a pun on the word superstars, but I kind of found that to be weird. So I called it Powerfield, and it probably doesn't mean anything. I think it's just a creative name because I don't know what other names I could come up with for this show. So I just decided to call it Powerfield because I think that's another good term for the name. I could have called it the Powerpuff Girls Girl Power, but that would just sound weird as heck. So I just called it Powerfield. So yeah, I'm going to be using the same text to speech applications like SitePal Editor, naturalreaders.com, and Speakonia. The Powerpuff Girls will still remain the same voices from the Mario and Luigi Meets the Powerpuff Girls crossover, being Heather US, Julie US, and Adult Male number one for Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, respectively. Now, the reason why I gave Buttercup a male's voice in that crossover is because I wanted her to stand out from the other two characters, and I thought giving her a male's voice would be somewhat funny and to make her more the toughest character is because that Buttercup is portrayed as a tough character, and I thought giving her a male's voice would be pretty funny. But yeah, I will still implement the male's voice. So if you guys do not like Buttercup's male's voice, then I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it, or you're just either gonna have to just ignore the shows because that I thought giving her a male's voice would be funny and to make her stand out from Blossom and Bubbles. So that's the reason why I gave her a male's voice as a text to speech voice. So yeah, I am going to be producing some episode. There is going to be an episode list of this show. I don't know if this series will be like a seasonal series, like it will have a season 1 and season 2. I think I might just make a couple of episodes and maybe I'll end off the series. But I do want to make a Powerpuff Girls series for my channel. And yeah, so and another thing is that do not expect any music from the show in this series, just because that I don't think there's any background music of the Powerpuff Girls up on YouTube anywhere. So I might just use generic Kevin McLeod music, or I might just use some music from video games, just because that I think that will be the best choice of music for the show instead of using the music from the series, just because that, like I've said, there's probably no videos of the series music out there, and I just don't want to feel like dealing with it. But the only Powerpuff Girls related thing that is going to be in the series is the theme song and the ending credits. Yes, I will try to make my own version of the Powerpuff Girls theme song using um maybe Roblox or something. Like I'll try to recreate the theme song with the original audio in the background, is because I think that'll be a lot better than myself recreating the intro by doing my own voice. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use the original raw clip of the theme song for the opening sequence. All right, so that's the series, you guys. The series will be produced in 2023. I will probably work on the first episode after I work on episodes 9 and 10 of the Mustache Adventures of Super Mario. Is because that I want, you know what? Here's what's going to happen. I think towards the end of 2023, I think that's when I'll probably produce the series. Either that, or I'll probably produce it in between production of the Mustachio Adventures of Super Mario's, because I do want the Mustachio Adventures of Super Mario to be my main priority for 2023. So that's why I want to work at least on episodes 9 and 10 first before I work on the Powerpuff Girls Powerfueled. So yeah. So hope you guys are looking forward to this series. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to making it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.